UT Martin head coach Jason Simpson, the Skyhawks, the first OVC team with 2 wins, 2-0 in conference play. They're going to go to rival Murray State. That's on Saturday afternoon. Coach, just some thoughts on your team, and we'll go to some questions.
Okay, good. Certainly excited to get a homecoming win. It was a great day. It's a good day. It's a good week for UT Martin with all the different pageantry and traditions that we have here during our homecoming week, from rope pull and all the different fraternity, sorority, functions. Had a really good crowd, great weather. It was a good game. I think Coach Alexander has got a good team. They came and competed, very hard. We were very fortunate. I mean, they jumped out lead on us and fought back, tied it up. We hit some big plays. We didn't necessarily play very consistent, but we did score on defense again, and that really gave us an opportunity. And like I said, we hit some big plays on offense. Didn't really sustain a whole lot throughout the game, to their credit. And we're able to get a good homecoming victory.
Thanks, Coach. We'll get the questions in just a sec. You mentioned it, and I saw the video on rope pool. I wanted to get your thoughts on what your players thought about when they saw that homecoming tradition and those people getting in there doing that.
Well, I think they didn't realize exactly what rope pull was, right? They had envisioned tug of war. And it always worries you as a coach, right, to deviate from your normal schedule, throughout the week. And we had to actually, we had a high school game that night, so they had to be on the field. So we had to go to the practice field, which we don't use very much. So the grass wasn't mowed, and it wasn't very manicured because we just don't go on it hardly. So it was a different day on Friday, but the kids handled it well. And for them to go and see their classmates and the different traditions that have been around here, I thought it was good for us.
Did they all think they can do that now, or do they think it's too hard?
Well, I think when they saw some of the young ladies, because as they go the rope, they weave it in and out around their ribs, and some paramedics having to go out there and help a young lady because there's a lot of tension on that rope. They realize that this is serious. People take a lot of pride in their organizations and represent during that week. So got to accomplish what we wanted to accomplish, and hopefully that gives a deeper connection, to the traditions of UT Martin from our players.
Okay. Now some questions on football. Jake, if you have questions for Coach Simpson, go ahead.
Coach, good morning. The first thing I'm curious to know is, with a team as good as yours playing a team that's been as unfortunate as Murray State this year, how do you go about avoiding that trap game?
If and I told our team, if you've watched Murray play, you understand defensively they're very good. Okay, they're very good defensively. And I don't care what the numbers say. It's different when you're going through transition at quarterback and you lose, arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and you have to transition like that. That's tough, and it makes the defense, which is a very talented defense that they have, maybe you blitz more than you normally would. You're trying to create turnovers. You're trying to do different things, and some games have got away from them in the fourth quarter because of that. Because they're trying to, generate some short fields for their offense early in this year. So as our players turn on the tape, if they can't see that, then we got a problem. And obviously I brought it to their attention. The math of it and the schedule to, a Power 5 team, an FBS team, you lose your quarterback, play Jacksonville State, who's playing with more, already good program that's playing with more scholarships than you, right, as they make the transition up. And then you have the 5 turnovers with the new quarterback in the EIU game, which mathematically is very difficult to win that game. And then you go on the road this week against Southeast Louisiana, who I believe beat Incarnate Word, and it's 20-14 going into the fourth quarter. Okay, I'm friends with Dean Hood. I know what kind of coach he is. I know the problems competing against him as he's beat us over the years. They beat us in the spring. Just in 2020 in the spring when we came over there, we couldn't hardly even get a first down. So it's a lot of the same players, and there's some guys that are more experienced now. They've added to that. So the scheme is difficult. The players are good on defense, where I've spent most of my time preparing for this week. And then you look at the last 2 weeks, what the quarterback's done, the improvement that he's made and the yards that he's thrown for. So we're getting the third time around, with the offense kind of figuring out, okay, this is what we have, this is what we're doing. It's something I'm very concerned about, as I'm concerned every week, but this is the game that we're concentrating on.
You mentioned 2020, and not to go too far back, but I think in the last 5 matchups, it's been pretty even. I think maybe they won 3 of the last 5 games between you guys. What is it about this matchup that makes things close as of late?
Yeah, I don't know. Every team's different. I think over my 16 years, we won our share. But right now I'm just concerned about this week, because I got a lot of players playing in this game that didn't play last year. In the game, in the win or the loss in 2020. So it's proximity wise, there's a lot of familiarity. There's a lot of fans here that have a deep history with Murray over the years. So right now we're just trying to win this week and get the 3-0 in the league.
Yeah, looking at what you guys do so well, what are some areas where maybe you think you could take advantage of Murray State on Saturday?
Well, I won't do you like Nick Saban and say, do you want me to just send you my game plan? I'll call, when we call Dean and send it to him. But no, in all seriousness, we're still learning who we are. Okay. I mean, guys, we've made some big plays and stuff. We're still looking for consistency on both sides of the ball as well. So right now, when I get off this Zoom, I've got to go back to work and figure out things that we can do well and try to get hats on hats and, get some of our better players and, with an opportunity to make a play. And
how about health wise? Where are you guys entering Saturday?
We're okay. I mean, we got your normal nicks and bruises, but, we're okay. Should be the guys that played Saturday should be back, play again this Saturday.
Thanks, Coach.
Hey, but if Dean wants to send me his game plan, tell him I'd appreciate that.
I'll let him know.
Thanks, man.
We talked about DJ Nelson a little bit. He had 3 catches and 2 of them went for touchdowns, and he seems to have been doing some good things in the tight end area for you.
No, he has. We've got some young players that have shown up the last couple of weeks. I know we've got the older quarterback, and I know we've got, there's some older players too, but we've got a good mix of some younger players that I'm excited about in the future. DJ Nelson's one of them. I mean, he's very dynamic in the pass game. He's improving as a blocker. That's something they have to do to be a complete player. And then you add Sam Franklin in the mix, who's a second-year player for us that, when he touches the ball, sometimes things aren't blocked very well, and he's very twitchy and very fast with some power, so kind of excited about those guys.
Well, Coach, thanks for your time this morning. Best of luck on Saturday, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Hey, thanks, guys. Thanks, Kyle.